Hello, team. It is Monday, October 15th, and I am here tonight to welcome all of our newest team members to Park Lane. So I am Michelle Zito. I am a company vice president here in New York, and you may be part of my team. You may be part of the bigger Mary Grace Lewandowski organization. But my job and the job of all of the leaders here within our team is to support you and to train you and to cheer you on so that you can have a successful business here at Park Lane. So if we are not already friends on Facebook, or if you are not already friends with your leader, your recruiter, etc. on Facebook, you're going to want to definitely do that through the team page so that we can more easily and effectively do recognition and stay in touch and have a nice time getting to know each other. So I am just so thrilled to get to be the person who welcomes you to Park Lane tonight. I generally do this call weekly, so it is, and the reason for that is that it's important that everyone gets the same information. So why that's also important for you to know is that when you recruit your first person, even if you are brand new to Park Lane, it won't matter because your brand new person will come on this exact same training call the week after she joins, or as soon as she decides that she wants to be a part of the team, and then she will get the same, or he will get the same information as you. So on tonight's Zoom here, we're going to focus on our Rich Rewards program, which is the program that allows us all to add free jewelry and supplies to our kit, as well as how to introduce your friends and family to your Park Lane business. And that includes having a fun and successful launch party. So I hope that you're ready to take notes, whether you take them the old-fashioned pen and paper way, whether you have a laptop in front of you. Now, I am going to share some scripts with you. Those you don't have to worry about trying to write down a whole entire script. I'm going to show you where on the Park Lane website you can locate pretty much the same words so that you can refer back to that at any time that's convenient for you. So Park Lane is so generous to us. They know that we always want to add new jewelry to our kits, but they don't want us having to spend a ton of money to do it. So that's why we all get to participate in the Rich Rewards program. And again, that allows us to add free jewelry as well as discounted catalogs to our kits. And of course, this is in addition to our weekly commission checks. At no time are we ever paid in jewelry. That would be crazy. Okay, so first let's jot down some numbers. First, write down 12 to 15 average orders. 12 to 15 average orders. Okay, then write down $1,000 in sales. And finally, write down $300 in commission. Okay, so what do these numbers mean? When you collect 12 to 15 average orders for your launch party, and I know you all know 12 to 15 people that have a neck, then you can expect that you'll receive about $1,000 worth of customer orders. And what that yields you is about a $300 paycheck. Does that sound good? Would we all like to make a $300 paycheck at our first show and at lots of shows for that matter? All right, so now Park Lane likes us to keep our money, and for that matter, I assume that you all join this business to make money, not to spend it, right? Because if you just wanted something to spend money on, a hobby to spend money on, you could have joined a bowling league, right? But you didn't. You all joined a business, and that's how we want you to treat this, as a business, but a fun business that allows you to earn lots and lots of free jewelry. So let me go ahead and share my screen so that I can show you our Rich Rewards program. Okay, and what I'm going to do is open up our field interface, which is where there we go. You're being a little slow tonight. Okay, so in the field interface, we have a section called Downloads. And there are many helpful things here. What we're going to look at is our Rich Rewards Club brochure. So this brochure shows us how we can earn each category of rewards here. So I'm going to go over each one. So level 1 is $250 in free jewelry. And we earn that by submitting $1,000 in net and non-sales in the first 2 commission weeks of a month. So Park Lane operates on that the week ends on Wednesday. So a Park Lane week is Thursday to Wednesday. So if we were looking then at the month of October, which is what we're in right now, the last Wednesday in September was the 26th. So that means that the first day of October in Park Lane World was Thursday, September 27th. So that means that week 1 ended on October 3rd. Week 2 starts on Thursday, October 4th, and ended on October 10th. So anyone who put in $1,000 in sales between September 27th and October 10th earned their Rich Rewards Level 1. And that allows you to pick $250 worth of jewelry of your choice. And we had many, many achievers, as we always do. Now, all the remaining levels, you get the whole month to earn. In this case, October 2018 is a 5-week month in Park Lane World. So we're in week 3 right now, which will end on Wednesday the 17th. Then week 4 is ending on Wednesday, October 24th, and week 5 ends on Halloween, on the actual 31st. It's not all that often that the month actually does end on a Wednesday, but we love when that happens because then our month end and the real world month end are the same day. So all of these other levels, you get all the month to earn. So free catalogs is level 2. When you submit $1,500 in sales over the whole month, then you get to purchase your catalogs, buy one, get one free. So if you place an order for 20, you'll receive 40. If you place an order for 25, you get 50. And this is a fantastic perk because when you're doing a lot of shows, you need more catalogs, and this way you're getting them essentially for half price. Level 3 is your free designer jewelry. Submit personal sales of $2,500. Now, of course, this is just growing from the level before, not another $2,500. You were already at $1,500. Now you're at $2,500, so $1,000 more. You will earn that month's ensemble of the month, and the ensemble of the month can be anything from a necklace to a necklace and earring set to a bracelet. The 2 most recent ones we earned were the Desiree earrings, which sell, I believe, in the $70 or $80 value, as well as we earned the Tara earrings, and these are closer to $100 value, genuine turquoise and hematite. And once the earrings come out, or the piece comes out, once the ensemble of the month becomes available, then you get to offer that as part of what you can show at your shows and your appointments. Anytime that you don't earn it, you can either show the picture, you can place an order for it, you can get it in Rich Rewards, in other categories, however you want to do it. Because if you want something from a previous Rich Rewards, of course you still can. So level 4 is $300 more free jewelry. When you submit $4,000 in a month, you receive another $300 in jewelry of your choice. So now look how quickly this is adding up. If you were smart and did the first 1,000 in the first 2 weeks, you've gotten $250. You're adding $300 to that, so that's $550. You got your ensemble of the month, which is usually worth at least $100-ish or more, and you've gotten your catalog. So those are all of your sales ways in order to earn free jewelry. Then you have your recruiting rewards. Any month that you sponsor 2 personal recruits who start in that month and then qualify with their $1,000 in sales over the next 4 weeks, then you earn $300 in jewelry of your choice. And in a month that you have 4 personal recruits that launch in the month that we are in, and then they qualify in the next 4 consecutive weeks, then you get yet another $300 in jewelry. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 1,150 plus your value of your catalogs plus the value of the ensemble of the month. Does anyone like to earn free jewelry? Just curious. Does this program sound good to anybody? I'm going to take that as a yes from a lot of people on mute. And, yes. And you can enjoy this program not just when you're new, but the whole time that you work at Park Lane. I'm earning rich rewards right now as we speak, so is everybody else on this Zoom. So having a successful launch show that your leader's probably even doing with you is important to starting your business off strong and to making sure that you have business that's going to go beyond your family and friends. We don't want you just with family and friends forever. That's your fastest route to being out of business. So let's go over those 3 steps. Step 1, have 2 launch parties, over-invite, and invite everyone. Okay, that's step 1. Have 2 launch parties at which you're going to over-invite and invite everyone. And I do highly recommend having those 2 launch shows, one with your leader if geography allows, and then one without her or him. Now, you may be saying, why would I do it twice? Well, guess what? If you're doing a Friday night and then a Sunday brunch, when someone says, oh, I would have liked to come Friday night, but I have a school function with Mikey, you're going to say, no problem. I'm actually also having a brunch and bling on Sunday. I would love for you to come by. So you're giving an alternate to those that have that schedule conflict. It also allows you to practice sooner. So if you do your first party on a Friday and then 2 weeks go by before you get to do that show again, everything that you said, oh, next time I want to make sure I say this and I want to make sure I do that. If it's 2 weeks before you do it again, you can make all those same mistakes and a couple of new ones. And then if it's 2 weeks again, you're going to do it again. And you're going to always feel like you're new. So that's why I love for you to do, say, the Friday and the Sunday, or even a Saturday day and a Saturday night. So if someone can't come at 1 o'clock, they can come at 7 o'clock. Or maybe you want to do a weekday and a weekend. Whatever works, but this allows you to practice again quickly. This is totally an entire business of practice makes, I won't even say perfect, practice makes better, because there's no perfect ever. This is a business of show and jewelry and people's tastes and wine and people interrupting and laughing and having a good time. There's no such thing as perfection, and that is not something that any of us are ever striving for. Learning more, trying new things, having fun, that is what we're striving for all the time. Okay? So about a third of who you invite will be able to come. So if you invite 30 people, you can expect you'll have like 7 to 10. And that is a good start. But I say take advantage of the fact that your leader's going to be there, working for you, doing the show, helping you with the orders. So why not try to get as many people into that party as possible? So make a list of everyone that you're going to invite. Ask your friends and family to help you think of names to add to the list. And diversify the list, and don't prejudge the people that you're going to invite. And what I mean by that is, if you're about to not invite someone because you think they don't have money to spend, invite them anyway. They might book a show because they want the jewelry at a discount. They may join the business because they're tired of not having any money. right? If you think someone's going to be too busy to come, invite them anyway. Busy people get the most done, don't they? It's the lazy people that never make it anywhere. Always the busy people are the ones who come. And please do not forget to invite your neighbors. I don't care if you're friendly with them or not, but when you've ever looked out your window and seen a whole bunch of cars in front of your neighbor's house and you're like, oh, I guess Susan's having company. We weren't invited. Okay, don't be that person. You can never make someone feel upset by inviting them, only by excluding them. And the reason I say it doesn't even matter if you're all that friendly is because neighbors love to see each other's homes. So some people will come just because they're nosy and want to see the inside of your house. Fine. You can see the inside of my house all you want. You're also going to see my jewelry, and I'm going to probably see your Visa card. So let's get them over there. Okay? You never know who that neighbor might introduce you to, because everyone's going to be encouraged to bring a friend. When I invited my neighbor that I was not all that friendly with to my launch, not only did she come, but she texted me the day of and asked if she could bring her aunt and her sister. And I was like, absolutely. I was so excited that I was going to have these 3 extra guests at my show. Well, sure enough, all 3 placed orders. And then in addition, that her sister that she brought along with her has since, over the last close to 5 years, been one of my #1 VIPs. In fact, she was just at my house again on Saturday, 2 days ago, making another purchase. I was doing some customer care with her as well, but she picked up a few more pieces while she was here, and she has spent easily $1,000 with me, probably more over the years. Plus she comes to all kinds of events. She just loves the jewelry. And that's the key. When people bring a friend, the person they bring, they think to themselves, ooh, my sister-in-law loves jewelry, I'll bring her. Oh, my mom loves jewelry, I'll bring her. They're not bringing somebody who owes a favor. They're bringing somebody who loves jewelry, and that's the best guest in the room at any show. Okay? So invite everyone. Let them decide if they want to come or not. Certainly, feel free to invite those out-of-state friends and family members, because while they may not take a road trip, they certainly can jump on your brand new website and place an order, can't they? They can decide that they want to have a catalog show. They can decide that they want to post for you on social media. There's lots of ways that your out-of-town friends and family can support your business. So do include them in those invitations. Now, just out of curiosity, before I move on to the next step, would anyone be interested in a 5% raise? Okay, once again, I see some nodding from the muting, and that's fine. Thank you, Phyllis. I'm glad you would like a 5% raise. And here's as simple as it is for all of you brand new stylists to get a 5% raise. And by the way, starting with a friend is the easiest and best way to get started in the business. Now you have someone to talk to that's new with you. You get to have a good time together. You can do events together. So jot this down. There's really a 2-part process to promoting to branch. Step 1 is you've sold $1,000 within a Park Lane month. Now that's why, one of many reasons why, we want you to have your launch party be $1,000, because then we know you've already met requirement number 1 to promoting to branch. But if it takes you a second show within that same month, well, then that's fine too. So you've sold $1,000 in some Park Lane month along the way. And then part 2 is you sign someone up to the business that sells $1,000 in her first 5 weeks, which we call qualifying. Again, that's why we're going to want her launch to be $1,000, because then you could be brand new. You could recruit somebody at your second show, your leader could launch them, and at the end of your first month, you could have promoted to branch, and you get a 5% raise on all of your personal sales. Now, I would love for you to just put this into perspective for a second. Let's say you did a $600 show tonight. As a regular fashion director, brand new, you would have earned $180 on that show, right? 30% of 600 is $180 paycheck, which is great, right? We would all love $180. However, at branch director pay, you would have made at 35% $210. Would you prefer $210 over $180? Because guess what? It's not just at that show, it's at every show all month long. That can amount to $500 extra in the month, $1,000 extra in the month, all depending on how many shows you're doing. So I'm quite sure you'd rather earn 35% or $210 than $180 doing the exact same amount of work. So as people ask you questions about the business side of Park Lane, which will naturally occur, even though you're brand new, you're thinking like, oh, no one's going to ask me that. They're totally going to ask you that. So just be honest and be confident. So what you're really going to say is, you know, I don't even 100% know what I'm doing, but I do know that I'm having fun. I wear the jewelry and I get compliments on it all the time. Would it be okay if I had my friend and then fill in the blank of the person who recruited you or your leader that's doing your launch? So would it be okay if my friend Phyllis? Would it be okay if my friend Becky? If you're not sure and you're panicking, just say Michelle, I'll help. Would it be okay if my friend Michelle gave you a call? I would love, she's the one who answers all of my questions, and I would love for her to answer your questions as well. You might as well throw in, she's really nice and she's not pushy. Okay, throw that in there too. And we will, your leader or me or whoever, will call that person. We are thrilled when you send us that type of information. Hey, Michelle, did my show last night. There was a guest there. She was adorable. Thought you would love the business. She wants a little information. Here's her phone number. I did that for someone just this past weekend. It could be your hostess. It could be your cousin. You're brand new, right? And you're just talking to your cousin about the business. Hey, that actually sounds great, Audrey. I would like to get some information. Great. I'm going to have my friend Phyllis give you a call. She answers all my questions. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. You are not annoying your leader to do that, because guess what? Your growth is our growth, and that is the whole thing that makes this business amazing. So in fact, not only is it not annoying, in fact, it makes you your leader's favorite new recruit. So if you want to be numero uno in the new people category, then you get that information to your leader ASAP, because we really want to chat with your friends and family. Okay, so that was all step one. Doing the 2 launch parties, inviting everyone. I just also threw in how to get a 5% raise. That was a bonus. Okay, so step 2 is to invite using multiple methods and to know what to say when you're doing the inviting. Okay, so the most successful new team members invite using several different methods. They will make individual phone calls, of course, calling up your friends and letting them hear your excitement in your voice, and reaching out to them personally is the #1 best way. Texting, also fabulous. So texting a personal invitation to each friend that you want to invite is a great method. Doing that same individual message, but on Facebook Messenger. That's a great way as well, if you know your friend is big into Facebook. You can send email invitations as a follow-up. You can make a Facebook event and invite those guests that you want to be included on Facebook. Not your whole Facebook group, not your whole Facebook. That's too many people, and it makes it not look special. The same 30, 40, 50 people that you would invite to your home with just some extra long-distance people. That's who you invite. And of course, to pop those those postcard invitations in the mail, or a flyer of some sort. People love getting mail that's not bills. So be part of Happy Mail. Okay? I'm telling you right now, the following does not work. It's just sending out a big email with 100 names at the top of the email. Do not group text your friends. We all have been caught in a group text. It's like the 7th circle of hell, because everybody responding, send your phone off, it starts going off into things not even about the party. And here's the biggest problem of all with a group text. In general, when you start sending out invitations to any kind of show, the no's come first. So if you group chat your whole group of friends and the first 3 people respond back no, what does that make it look like? Oh, no one's going. Now all your friends decide, oh, no one's going to that party. And they all start responding no. Meanwhile, they totally would have come had they not been privy to just 3 people that didn't want to come or can't come. So that's why no group chats. And that's group on Facebook, group chat, nothing group chatty. And you definitely also may not depend solely on a Facebook event, because not everyone checks their Facebook, not everyone sees the invitation, and it's definitely not as personal as reaching out to somebody personally and asking them to come to your show. Okay, so what are we going to say? You're going to say something to the effect of, hi, Sue, it's Michelle. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I started a new business with Park Lane Jewelry. Have you heard of Park Lane? Okay, so that's all. You're going to start with that and let them tell you if they have heard of it or they haven't. You can say some version of, oh my gosh, beautiful, versatile jewelry, right? In every style and price range, that's all guaranteed. I'm launching my business this Saturday night at 7, and I would love for you to be here and give me your opinions on the jewelry that came in my kit. Are you free that night to join us? Just get their RSVP right away. People generally know what they're doing over the next, week or 2. That's why you don't plan your launch for November 17th. You plan your launch for October 20th at this point. You plan your launch for October 27th. Because if I wanted to go to the movies with Phyllis, I would not call up Phyllis and be like, hey, Phyllis, do you want to go see A Star is Born on November 17th? She'd be like, what? I don't know what I'm doing in a month and a half from now. Like, who makes plans a month out for something casual like that? It's not a wedding. And that's how you have to think about your Park Lane shows as well. They're casual. You don't need a ton of people, although, like I said, do get a lot of people to your launch when you can. But just pick a date that's kind of soon and get those RSVPs right away. So if she says yes, then you're going to say, great, thank you so much. I'm so excited that you're going to be here. I'm going to text you an official invitation. Can you send that text to a friend of yours that might like to see the jewelry too? I would love to get a little bit of a bigger group together. Can you bring a fashionista or something with you? And then let her invite somebody. If she says that she can't, then you're going to teach yourself this rule early. If they can't come to me, I'm going to go to them. Okay, so what you're going to say is, oh man, that stinks. I totally wanted you to be here. But you know what? Part of my job is to get the opinions of my family and friends on the jewelry that we have. Would it be okay if I came by one day next week for like 20, 30 minutes and I can just kind of show you the jewelry and you let me know what you think and what I should be showing? We can even meet at Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks if you prefer. So does that sound like something that you could say? If they can't come to the show, just ask if it's okay if you stop by one day next week. That's all. It's super smooth. And then very often that personal appointment, which is what we call those, will result in them placing an order or booking a show or asking you about the business or any combination of those 3. Okay, so let's go on to step 3. Fill your calendar with the amount of parties that you want to do. However, I really recommend trying to do 2 a week in the beginning. Because see how that works for your schedule. If you were doing 2 shows a week, as a rule in your Park Lane career, you will earn every incentive we have. You will earn rich rewards. You will build a team because you're meeting enough people. You will earn the extra little fun incentives they throw in there. And for that matter, you'd be very likely to earn a trip. So get that 2 a week routine started. And like I said before, it helps you get in the groove of what you want to say with enough practice. If after the first month or so you're like, whoa, this is a little much for me, then by all means, don't book 2 for every week. Book 2 and then 1, and then 2 and then 1. But booking 2 a week is generally going to make you have probably 1 less than that. So if you have 8 booked, you'll probably end up doing 7, because guess what? Deaths in the family, stomach viruses, chorus concerts, getting moved. These are all things that happen in women's lives that cause you a postponement or a cancellation. And you want to account for those as well. So a great strategy is to, while you are inviting people to your launch, to first ask them if they would like to have a show. So in that case, you're going to say something more like, hi, Sue, it's Michelle. I could not wait to call you. I am the newest stylist with Park Lane Jewelry. Have you heard of Park Lane? Once again, she's either going to say she has or she hasn't. You're going to say some version of, oh my gosh, right? Beautiful, versatile jewelry, every different price point, and it's all guaranteed. Now, here's the best part. I am actually looking for 2 fun people to help me show the jewelry to just a couple of family and friends. I need somebody to have a big party and somebody to have a little party. Would you be able to have a big gathering or a little gathering? And let her see which one she wants to have. I never put a number on what large or what little means, because to some people, a small party is 10, and to some people, a big party is 10. Either way, I would love to meet 10 people. So I'm not going to put a preconceived number in anyone's head. So if she says yes, then you go to the 2 choices, 2 choices, 2 choices. So you're saying, now, of course, this is depending on what you're going to have available to work, right? So if you're able to do shows during the week or on weekends, then you're going to say, okay, great. Would you like during the week or on the weekend? And if she says, I think I would like a weekend. Okay, would you prefer a day show or an evening show? So like a brunch time or an evening time? Oh, I think I would like a brunch. Okay, then I have Saturday the 27th, and I have Saturday the 20th and Saturday the 27th, which is better? And then they're going to pick one of those 2, most likely. Because the number 1 reason that people don't end up on your calendar or people say no is that they can't make a decision. If you just plop open your whole empty calendar and say, okay, when in October do you want to have it? They're going to become very overwhelmed. They're thinking about, oh, Johnny has soccer on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have my sister-in-law's bridal shower on Friday the 19th. Meanwhile, she already said she wants a weekend, and now she's becoming overwhelmed with things that are during the week anyway. Keep them focused on the days. Imagine if when you needed to make a dentist appointment, they asked you stuff like that. Oh, when in October would you like to come? I would hate that, right? Because now I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. Just give me some choices. So it's our job to give the choices to help them easily select a date and a time. Okay? So then you'll just tell her how you're going to give her a text invitation, or you're going to provide her some postcards. We're going to have a great time. Now, if she says neither, remember, she can't come to you. You're going to her. Actually, in this case, the next invitation is, you know what, that's okay, but I would love to have you here at my launch party. I'm launching my business this Saturday at 7 p.m., and I would love for you to be here. Can you come? Okay, if she says yes, you shoot her the invitation, let her know she's welcome to bring a friend. If she says no, that's when you say, you know what, I would still love to get the opinions of my jewelry. Would it be okay if I stop by one day next week? Now, at that point, she'll have said no 3 times already. Chances are she'll at least say yes to that, because she's like, oh my God, I don't want to say no again. So she'll often say she'll say yes to that. However, I do want to prepare you. There's people that are going to say no, no thank you, no thank you, nope, nope. And sometimes it's going to be somebody that surprises you. Like it's going to be your sister that you totally thought would have a show or should really be having a show. Or somebody that you just really thought would say yes, and that's okay. I want you to remember you've said no to many things all different times, right? And it didn't mean that you didn't like it. It didn't mean that you hated the person. It just meant, no, I can't do that right now. So please do not hear, when someone says no or no thank you, I don't want you to hear, no, Karina, that's so annoying. I don't know what you would call me for, and don't ever call me again. That is not what they're saying. Sometimes it feels that way, but especially when you're new to sales. So I just want you to be okay with hearing no, because it doesn't necessarily mean no, not ever. It might just mean no, not right now. Okay? So, again, excited new people will often say, wait, can I, start collecting orders for my launch? Absolutely. Collect orders every step of the way, because remember, you're the hostess of your launch, right? So that means you're shooting for 10 orders at your launch at a minimum so that you get the double free credit. Because with $400 in jewelry, you can add a whole lot more to that $1,000 kit, right? Or to your $2,500 kit, depending on if you chose a regular kit or a presidential kit. So let me quick show you. I'm going to go back on the screen share for a second, because I want to show you a couple of other important places that will be helpful for you on the Fields interface. So when you click the Fields interface, very important is the network. Okay, so see how, why does it say network archives? Okay, the current one is still here. So where it says the network, you'll click, if you, you'll click, this is where you open it, and it tells you all the specials for the month. So it'll tell you if there's any special days of the month that you could celebrate. It'll tell you what the customer sale is, if there's any extra hostess gifts, if there's anything that we're earning or celebrating. All of that comes out on the first day of the Park Lane month. So the October network came out on September 27th. Now, as you continue your training, you're going to find this section here called Park Lane 101. And this is training that various leaders in Park Lane have put together, and you can hear their real words and real things that they do. So all these, if you click about your launch, right here you're going to see a tracker that you can use for all the different steps of the Park Lane 101. So I did the Goal Plan Act. I checked out the Getting Started booklet. I reviewed my steps to success, which is, I'm going to show you these two things next. The various videos. So some of you commute to work on a train or a bus. Some of you like to hang out on the couch at night. You like to sit with your earbuds in. Instead of watching Netflix, binge watch your trainings. Okay, so your first shows. These are the words for a successful show opening. These are some sales tips, ways that you can do your show. You'll see many familiar leaders as you are become more familiar with the members of your team. You're going to see on here people that you know. So this is a fun thing, and also a testament to how good the training is on our team. So you'll find all of these helpful things. Now, I promised you, where are you going to find the words that I was just sharing with you? Back in the downloads, Getting Started, a guide to your success. You're going to click that. And this is a booklet with lots of helpful things in it. You will find a blank calendar. This is to hold you over. If you don't have this kind of calendar to bring to your shows, then you're going to want to at least bring a calendar like this where you fill in the dates of the month. I'm not saying that you can't keep your calendar in your phone for your personal use, because I certainly do as well. But you cannot expect people to look at your phone and be able to pick a date. You have to show them the month on a piece of paper. And that's where you're going to fill in your meetings, your trainings, your, your shows, all of that. This part will help you think of who to call. So when you are looking at this, I want you to think as broad as possible. So friends and neighbors, that means neighbors that you have now, but what about the neighbors from your past address? What about the neighbors of your family that you see every year at the block party? What about, friends of friends that you see all the time? So relatives, coworkers, think past and present. Clubs and organizations that you belong to, but maybe also that people that you know that your kids belong to or your friends belong to. Business contacts, and then church, out-of-towners, just to jog your memory to some ideas. I know what I did when I was new. I took out my phone book, the book I used to send out all my Christmas cards, and I went page by page, and that was very helpful as well. So here are some of the word choices. So I gave you, when I was saying what to say when you call people, I was saying versions of things that are super similar to this. So you can print this booklet out. You don't have to pay for it. You can just print this out, keep this in front of you, edit a little bit to sound like yourself, and then go ahead and say the words. This is the script for getting someone, asking someone if they would like to have the get-together. Okay, so I hope that you find that helpful as well. That, again, was called the Getting Started booklet. So I would recommend that you stay to these little sections of the field interface right now, because if you start clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking, you could be lost in here forever, when really your best thing is to book shows, okay? Excitement on fire is better than knowledge on ice. You can know everything in the world, but if you don't go out and do anything with it, it doesn't matter. I'd rather have you go do a show, not really sure what you're doing, than to train with nothing on your calendar. Okay, so thank you for taking the time for being on tonight's Zoom. I hope that you found this helpful. Our team does lots of different Zoom trainings and meetings and whatnot, so we hope that we will see you on lots of them, because the more you learn, the better you're going to get at the business, and you will have so much more success in your business. So I'm going to stop the recording. However, if you have any questions, I will answer those as well. All right, so let me stop the recording.